Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Rock Gamer and welcome to my weekly recap where I talk about this past week's Rock Band 4 and Guitar Hero live news. And there wasn't a whole lot of news this week, largely because Harmonix is closed for the Christmas break, and then there just wasn't a lot of news breaking over the holidays. But let's start with our Rock Band 4 news. We learned this week that we had another 5-pack or 6-pack of DLC released that had a hugely strong reaction from the community. We had 6 songs released from bands including Weezer, Coldplay, Justin Bieber, One Direction, Sam Hunt, and Ellie Goulding. A lot of people were complaining about Justin Bieber. I did a whole review on this week's DLC, so you guys can check out my thoughts on this week's tracks. There were some surprising tracks that actually I enjoyed more than I thought I would. And I also want people to know that these pop songs are great for vocalists, especially if you love to sing harmonies. They're great tracks. On guitar, maybe not so much, but check out my review of this week's tracks so you can see what I thought. The other piece of news we had that sort of broke last week when I did my weekly recap is that the Rock Band 4 Pro Drum Kit is available for pre-order now. So if you guys want to pre-order the Rock Band 4 stock kit with the 3 cymbals, that is available for $199.99. That's almost $70 more than how much the Rock Band 3 Pro Drum Kit was, and it had a pretty strong reaction from the community, including myself. I think it's a little too expensive for a drum kit that barely works. Know that we're going to be getting some exports this month, as well as a new update. Now, Harmonix hasn't really said what time of the month that'll be, but they've also indicated that there may be a couple weeks in January where we don't see any DLC as well. But don't be worried, guys. I'm going to have some special featurettes that week when we don't have DLC to fill out those Tuesdays where I normally do DLC reviews. The Guitar Hero live news of the week, we mostly just had premium shows that were announced again. We had 3 premium shows. One was a party-themed premium show featuring Andrew WK, Steel Panther, and Twin Atlantic. And then we also had a live premium show from the Dead Weather, which is one of the 30 bands that Jack White is in. Then we also had Return of the Classics. So we had bands like Loverboy, Benatar, and Survivor. And then also apparently some of the on-disc songs, such as like the 1975 Gaslight Anthem, and Soundgarden and Killers have actually made their way now to GHTV as well. We also got some news about the Rivals mode, which was added a couple weeks ago. So apparently the Rivals mode has now been taken offline. There were some issues that Activision is trying to address. They didn't really say when it would be available, but they did just say early January it should be back, and they didn't really specify whether they'd be adding some new additional features to Rivals mode. My guess is that they will be, just because of the fan reaction to the game mode. And turning now to the Amplitude news, guys. We got some Amplitude news because it's coming out this Tuesday. I got my copy a couple days ago. I've got a full review of Amplitude out on my channel, and you guys can check that out there. And I've also done a recap of some of the reviews that have been coming out for Amplitude as well. That does it for this week's news, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, if you guys want to stay up to date on the latest happenings in the world of rhythm gaming, be sure to click the subscribe button to my channel. Take care.